You are listening to 40 Weeks with Vanessa Merton, host of the Pregnancy Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. Welcome to week 6. Your little apple seed sized baby has grown to be about the size of a sweet pea. They are about 1/8 of an inch or 0.3 centimeters. The cute little nose, mouth, and ears that your baby will have are beginning to take shape this week. If you could see your little nugget right now, you'd see a big head with dark spots where your baby's eyes and nostrils are starting to form. Their ears are marked by small depressions on the side of their head, and their arms and legs are starting out as tiny little protruding buds. There are folds of tissue on the top of the head that are developing into your baby's jaw, cheeks, and chin, and the kidneys, liver, and lungs are also taking shape this week. That little baby's heart is now beating 80 times a minute and is getting faster every day. You might feel like you're running to the bathroom to pee every 5 minutes. Frequent urination is one of the most common symptoms of pregnancy, especially early on. Let me explain why. The pregnancy hormone HCG, the same one that caused your pregnancy test to show up positive, is causing an increase of blood flow to your pelvic area, which is good for increased sexual pleasure, but not so good when you have to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Your kidneys are becoming more efficient at ridding your body of waste, and your growing uterus is beginning to push down on your bladder. So all of this adds up to a lot more frequent bathroom breaks. A buzzword that you are continually going to hear about throughout your pregnancy is hormones. So get used to me talking about that. You may be on a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but keep in mind that the wide range of emotions you're feeling is totally normal. This is mostly caused by fluctuating hormones, but also keep in mind that your life is changing in a major way. Being a mom is an emotional thing. If you have morning, also known as all-day sickness, that may be in full swing by this week. About half of the women who feel nauseous during the first trimester will find complete relief by about 14 weeks. For most of the rest, it'll take another month or so for the queasiness to ease up, and if you feel fine and do not have any morning sickness, definitely count yourself as one of the lucky ones. For everything you can expect during the first trimester of your pregnancy, you can check out the first trimester episode of the Pregnancy Podcast at pregnancypodcast.com/episode 3. Tip for dad, your partner may have morning sickness, and it doesn't always happen in the morning. They can be nauseous at any time or even all day. This can start as early as 3 weeks after conception and usually ends around the 12th week or by the 14th week, right when they are starting the second trimester. Find out what helps them cope and have some sympathy because morning sickness really sucks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Show notes for this episode can be found at pregnancypodcast.com/week 6. Next week, your baby starts generating brain cells. And until then, I wish you the very best on your pregnancy journey. There are so many awesome resources available to you at pregnancypodcast.com, and you can sign up with your email address and your due date to get a weekly email with a link to the episode for your specific week every week in your inbox. I look forward to seeing you in the Pregnancy Podcast Facebook group, which is a great place not only to connect with some other parents-to-be, but also to be able to ask questions and get answers specific to things that you are dealing with and planning for your pregnancy and birth.